Globe building opened in 1931. It was built by the Illinois Terminal Railroad, and the building served as a passenger terminal and a freight terminal until the War Department in 1942 leased the building from the Illinois Terminal Railroad. They chose this site for their Aeronautical Charting and Information Center. There were about 500 civilians that worked here and about 50 military personnel. And the film from the spy planes over the Pacific and over Europe was shipped here to St. Louis. Film was developed here at the Globe building, and then those images were triangulated into maps. The maps were printed here and then shipped back to the generals. So there's a rich history here of geospatial. And in fact, the ACIC later became known as NGA. So we're in the original home of the NGA. And in fact, two different large geospatial companies have chosen the Globe. Their build-out is going on now, and they should be moving in before the end of this year. And the reason that they chose this, perhaps a bit of nostalgia. There's also a lot of features of the building that serve the geospatial intelligence industry extremely well. One is just the infrastructure, the way the building is built, the way the building is engineered. Some would say over-engineered. Each floor is laid with a very thick layer of concrete that can support up to 250 pounds per square foot. That gives our tenants a lot of flexibility with those heavy floor loads. About 30% of the building is occupied by data centers who require a lot of support for the servers and the machines they use and the cooling systems that they use. The building has 3 dark fiber access points that come in different corners of the building, which allows for exceptional redundancy to make sure the data transmission is up 100% of the time. So the businesses that locate here end up with access to extremely high levels of data speeds. The local electrical utility here for the St. Louis region is called Ameren, and they have a substation built literally inside this building.
The Globe is a phenomenal facility, and in fact, it's unique. As it's modernized over time and scaled up to support data center operations, the idea that it's got multiple redundant power feeds, that it's got unusually fast internet speeds, that it's got this incredible concrete infrastructure ready for any type of open plan design to include the establishment of multiple SCIFs in the building. There is absolutely nothing like it. It's a consequence of its history and how it came together, and it's perfectly placed to support companies working with NGA now and into the future.
So the location of the Globe building is really ideal for any kind of technology or even creative-oriented businesses. It's in this vibrant corner of downtown St. Louis, which is sort of on the northwestern edge of downtown, but it's still walkable to the Arch, to America's Center, to Busch Stadium. And just within a 4-block radius of this building, there's 23 restaurants, there's 6 hotels, and over 1,700 apartments and lofts. So it is clearly a walkable neighborhood. So some people are starting to call this section of downtown St. Louis the heart of the Gigabyte Corridor. Clearly part of that reference is, one, that the Globe building has had this major technology infrastructure for at least the last 15 years. And 2, it was just recently announced that Square, the company, is going to move about 1,400 people into the Post-Dispatch building 2 blocks away from here. So now we truly have a corridor north of Washington along Tucker Boulevard, which really lives up to the term the Gigabyte Corridor. The building's also only a 15-minute drive up to Lambert International Airport. Tenants of the Globe building also enjoy secured, covered underground parking that keeps their vehicles out of the weather and it keeps everybody safe. We've got about 500 parking spots here at the Globe, and with future expansion, we have room to add a couple hundred more. The parking's been recently renovated with high-impact LED lighting, high-speed security doors, and monitored security access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of excitement here at the Globe building. We have new tenants moving in all the time. So come visit us here at the Globe building and see our big space, big fiber, and big power, and learn how it can help take your business to the next level.